Hello, welcome to Style with Centel. Okay, today I'm going to talk about brushes and how you can get your whole face done with the full face collection of brushes. Oh, see, it looks like there's 5 brushes, but actually there's 10 brushes because they're double-sided. Okay, so if you're interested in seeing how that works, stay tuned. So we're going to start with color correction, and I have a few blemishes happening and I have a little redness, so I'm going to put some papaya on these with my finger because I'm just going to dab. So I did around my nose where I have some broken capillaries and a little bit of these areas. I'm going to take the blush bronzer brush and I'm going to use the smaller end, so it would be the blush end, and I'm going to swivel this in. I'm going to dab into my compact once for product. So we really try to put a light layer of product on. And I'm going to just use a swirl motion to swirl wherever I have redness and color correction. So for example, if you have hyperpigmentation, age spots, rosacea, you're going to put your color corrector on those places. And when you do a color match with me, I will outline exactly where you need to put the product and how to apply it. So we really want a light coverage, and this is cream makeup, so it's so good for our mature skin. Even though I feel like I'm 29, I am in my mid-50s and I have the natural wrinkles coming. I now have hooded eyes. Not as perky as some other parts either. And you know, we can't change that, but we can definitely have makeup that brings out the youthfulness of our skin and doesn't really look like we're wearing a cakey ton of makeup. You get away with wearing a lot different makeup when you were younger and having it look good. And when we get older, it can be a problem. So you've color corrected on your age spots. Now you're going to take the little Perfector. I have a video of how to prepare your Perfector. It is game changing for your makeup routine because it does 2 things. One, it's going to remove any excess product you have sitting on your skin that didn't blend in. And it's also going to put in and set the rest of the makeup you have. Because even though we look for a 1 layer of makeup, when we have blemishes or redness coming through, we can layer our makeup so that we counteract the redness first and then we put on our main shade. So my main shade today is going to be Mango. And again, I pounce that in with the same end, and then I'm going to now dab and stipple that on. And I am going to do over where I did my redness, and I'm going to do other areas of my face where I'm not going to have other product. Now, if you find you have a lot of redness, I don't tend to have much. Well, I do have some age spots in there, but they're tiny, so they don't bother me too much. So if you want, you can definitely put this where you put your contour and your blush. I really don't put any of my main shade in this area because this is where I want my brightener shade of my highlight. So brightener might be your concealer. It's whatever you have your lighter shade because you want these areas lighter. As you see, we have different shades on our face. So I'm going to put my main shade. I put it on the lower part of my forehead, not on the upper, because I want a darker upper forehead. Again, that's 3D, and I can do that with contour and bronzer. And you may have a smaller forehead and you just want to put your main shade on there. You might want to just put your bronzer. There is no right or wrong way to put on makeup. It's how it works for you. I do these tutorials to give you ideas, and then you have to play when you have your colors. For me, that's the fun part, is playing and experimenting. I also dap my eyelids a little bit to even out. I find my eyelids are now getting more red, so I just dap this on. And really, I have not put up much product on my face, but you can see that it does even out some of my blemishes there. And I can go back and I can spot them at the end, and just if I still think they're showing too much, and I'll show you how to do that. So I just tap that where I wanted it, And as you can see, if I already did it before and after, there's less redness on my face and it looks more even. So then again, I want to use this Perfector because I want to give it more of that airbrush finish, natural finish. And this really helps do that. So your makeup doesn't sit in any of your wrinkles or any other areas. This won't remove your makeup. If you didn't prepare this properly and it was too dry or too wet, it may. So you really want to prepare your Perfector properly. The end. I'm going to try using different products with different ends of all 5 of these brushes because I do know some people really like having the ends of their brushes designated to one type of product. So we're going to use the 3D brush here and we're going to use the pointy end. Now this was the first brush that we came out with. I'm just going to dab in to my contour color. The contour is, and I'm going to put some lines on my face. So you can draw these lines in, you can tap this in, whichever way you like. So I normally kind of start placing it and tapping it in and letting it warm up before I blend. So I want to contour where I want some shades on my face. So you want shades on your face in like a letter 3. So I want to enhance my cheekbones and make them stand out a little bit more. I want to give my forehead some dimension. What that does, it'll make it look a little bit smaller. I have a bigger forehead. I'll also add bronzer because I do like the sun-kissed glow look. And I will under my chin. So contour and bronzer are similar, but then different because they both add darkness. A contour really adds more of a shade and bronzer adds more warmth. And it really becomes how the cream is prepared and the density of it, the pigmentation of it, and then the color of it in the back. So whether you have more, I guess warm colors would be oranges, reds, darker colors. I might be wrong on this. Blues, browns, like however these scientists figure out these colors, they then correct better on our skin. So I'm just pouncing that and dabbing it in. Don't swipe your makeup and don't try and, once you have your foundation on, don't try moving it too much. More tap it in to blend it in. And then your chin, you blend down. Okay, so there is my contour. Some people like to contour their noses. We could dab the very end of that in and do a line on one side of our nose and the other side of our nose. And that brush actually works really good for that. And then just sort of blend that down. So you don't want to do the center of your nose because you want that to be a lighter part of your face and the side of it can be darker. And you might want to do the very tip of it. Okay, so there's our contour brush. Now I am going to grab the blend brush and I'm going to use a small end of that to do my highlight color. So your highlight color is your lightest, so it's your brightener or your pop or your concealer. But I am going to put that in like an inverted triangle under my eyes. Now I am not right now having much dark circles under my eyes. I think it depends on my diet, how much sleep I get, whatever. If you have more dark circles under your eyes, I might have said you color correct first, then you pounce, so you color correct, then you use your Perfector to remove any extra, then you add your main shade, remove any, and then you add your highlight color. I picked quite a lighter highlight here because I really wanted some more pop today. And this contrast maybe more than some people like. And I probably could always say when I went up in my colors today, I stayed with my highlight color as my my winter highlight color, and I could have warmed that up a bit, but I still like the lightness under my eye. I just like it. So you know what? Do what you like. It's a little harsh there. Got a little bit extra on my. So I'm gonna then take the end of my blush bronzer brush. I'm just gonna blend that out. Use that with my highlight sheet. Oh, that worked well. That blended in well. So I'm gonna pounce that, blend it in. And then the end of this one, I'm probably gonna add a little bit to my lids. I don't mind if they're a little bit lighter too. And then I will make sure that I use my Perfector. So now I've had 3 brushes and 3 different ends. That's only half of them. Okay. I'm liking how that looks. So that is basically my foundation. Now, I can now take the same end of this blend brush, and if I want, I can maybe add some more of my color corrector in my main shade. I kind of blend, so I'm in between colors right now. So I just blended them both together. I popped it in and just tapping them on, and I'm finding that covered those blemishes now. So the nice thing about this product, it's buildable. It's buildable, so you can cover your blemishes. There, you're not caking it on your whole face. Then again, I would just perfect that in, and if I want, I can just do that one more time. We can also add some setting powder to that. So we have some great setting powder called Vanilla Dust, and it is finely milled, like it's gone through the sifter a ton of times. And it's nice to have in your compact, and you can just tap your finger in and add it on those blemishes. We'll probably do that also. We can also do that when we're a little oily, and it'll just help set things. Okay, those are really bugging me today. Love being in my 50s and having blemishes. Nope. All right, so slide that into this. Okay, so I'm just putting everything into one palette, and our palettes, if you haven't seen these before, they're magnetic. So all of our chins that we put on our face, we can put in one palette, and that's why it's customized to you, because it's totally whatever your colors are is your palette. And then, for example, my highlight shade and my main shade, or this is actually usually my color corrector and my main shade, I've been working on those for 8 months. So they're almost done, but these tins, I'm gonna use until they're empty. So the tins are very user-friendly that way, and the product lasts a long time. Okay, so now we're going to go with, I'm gonna do my lips, okay, first. So I'm gonna take this multitasker brush, and it's got 2 ends. It's got the fine end and the flat end. I'm gonna take the pointy end of this. Now this brush is good for a lot of things. So you could use it for an eyeshadow brush and that, but in this example, because I'm saying 5 brushes and each end has a different purpose, I'm gonna use this one for lips. And I'm gonna take one of our contour colors called Stone, and I'm gonna use this one as a lip liner. So I'm gonna outline my lips with this color. And just above. Now, if you have smaller lips, you can go kind of just above your lip line. And one of these colors is a very natural color, my nude lip color. And then I'm going to take the other end and I'm going to put it into Frenchie. And Frenchie is probably one of our #1 selling lip and cheek colors. So our lip and cheek colors can go on your lips and your cheeks. So we'll use them with both. So I like this brush because it's a good one if I don't want to use my fingers for my lips to put them on there. So the other thing is I'm going to use the same color on my cheeks. So I am going to just tap this on my cheeks like that. use that up. I'm then gonna grab the denser end of the 3D brush, and that one I'm gonna use to dap in and blend my blush. And the reason why a lot of people, ladies, like having, you can use that with the blush end, right? The blush end of this brush is for blush. But when you use it for your main shades and your foundation coverage, some women don't want to also have lip and cheek colors on here and have to clean their brushes more regularly. So, or just maybe have that transfer. So it's nice to have it on another brush. So that's why this 3D brush is great for your blush. Now you can also then, again, it's buildable. All right, I didn't have my phone on silent, so just had to take a call there. It was calling me. So we were putting on our Frenchie, and I have no idea what I was just talking about now. So there I have Frenchie on my cheeks, and I just put it up, and that looks so pretty. With the other thing I like, and so I use that a different one, I also like, we have more of a matte finish, which is Frenchie, as you can tell. And then we have more semi-gloss and glossy. So the semi-gloss and glossy, use them in your lip and cheeks as well. On your cheeks, they'll give you more of a dewy finish, which some people love. And on your lips, they give us more of a glow. So I just like layering, and this one's Desert Sunset. And if you want, you can also add some of that once it's on your brush to your cheeks, and then blend it in. Okay. So far we've used both ends of the multitasker brush for our lips. We've used our our blush bronzer brush for our highlight colors. We've used the 3D brush for our contour and our blush. And we've used the blend brush for the highlight color here, where it's nice because it can go in smaller areas or to spot treat. So the fluffy end of the blend brush is super nice for Illuminator. And now I don't know where I pulled this one out. And it's good for our Illuminator. We have cream illuminators that look like this, and you put on with your finger, and they give you a dewy finish. They look great. Or we also have powder illuminators, which are tons of fun, and they give more of a pop. And this blend brush is really great for popping that on and blending lightly, because it's so fine. So it's nice for popping on and giving you a light shimmer of coverage. So I like it for that. If you want to do your little bit there or where you want. So that is that. Now we have bronzer. And bronzer is fantastic with the bronzer end of the blush bronzer brush. So I just tap that in to my bronzer. Bronzer goes on a lot lighter. I'm using Bella here, and I'm just dapping it in. Bella is probably our most universally friendly bronzer. I also like Heat Waves, but it's a lot darker, and you have to be more gentle when you put it on. But it does work really well for darker skin. So where I really like bronzer is on my neck, because if my neck is lighter than my chest, I can even out those colors. And then it looks like I'm just all one color. So that just gives a little warmth, makes it look like you've been out in the sun, which I have been at this time of year, but in the winter, it's totally a game changer. So I'll put that in my tin also. And then that leaves us with the eyeshadow brush, and you can do all your eyeshadow with this one brush. So for your eyeshadows, I'm gonna do today a really simple look, because I am just, for the daytime, I might make it more into a nighttime look later, but for the daytime, I want to use Sedona, and I think I want to try hot chocolate. And maybe a little cupcake. Hot chocolate and cupcakes. That sounds lovely, doesn't it? So Sedona, I am going to use first start with the smudge end of this eyeshadow brush. This is one of my favorite brushes. And I'm going to put this in the corner of my eye, kind of in an upside down 7. And I'm putting it above the crease because I have hooded eyes. So when my eyes are open, you can see that I'm going above there. So it looks like I have more of a crease there. And then I'm also going to take that into my waterline underneath. So if you look at that compared to this eye, from both eyes, and then I can take the fluffy end and I can just blend that a little bit. Okay, so now let's do the other eye. I can blend that. When my phone rang there, I just had 2 calls coming in at the same time also. And one was Barrett saying, I'm going to be home in 15 minutes, so your car will be back for you to take out, because we try living as a 1-car family. And I have to go out. And the other was a friend inviting us for a pickerel dinner this week, which could be fun. So then I'm going to take this cupcake, which is a shimmer, and shimmer is good for mature eyes, and I'm just going to place it onto our lid, my lid there. See that? Now sparkles, if you have bigger sparkles that are more poppy and bold, you may not like those so much for our mature eyes, preference, but shimmers are lovely. Highly recommend them. So look at that. Isn't that pretty? Those two together, hot chocolate and Sedona. So natural looking, so fun. Then I can also take the little end, my smudge end, and tap it into my hot chocolate and just do this corner of my eye here to lighten that up a bit when the sun hits it. Okay, and then I want to take the fluffy end with cupcake, and I use like this one a lot. It's not a shimmer, it's more of a salt, and I just like to lighten up under my brow with a today with a non-shimmer product. And there we have it. So easy. And I used all 5 brushes. I'll pop these into this tin and I'll just show you how today you can have all your makeup in one compact. We have different size of compacts, so this would all fit in a smaller one, but I'm just gonna show you how I have my highlight colors, my contour, the setting, vanilla setting, I forgot. I always like to set under my eyes, just lightly, so that makeup sits in there and not oily. And then set on any blemishes or any place where I find. And it's just so fine, it's translucent, and just gives you that finish. So there's that layer. And then I like this one because it's got 2 layers. And there's room, like you can grow your collection. But then I got my my lip and cheek colors with the contour that I used for lip liner, my eyeshadow colors, and my Illuminator. So this is a full face that has a lot of different products. It just depends. You might just want highlight coverage, you might want other things. So you can find my color match if you're interested at all in my bio. And I'd be more than happy to help you out. It's my mission, really, to help every mature lady look and feel her very best. So, oopsie. I just want to finish with some setting spray. So I'm going to put my setting spray and spray it onto my Perfector. Just dap it in there. And then I'm going to dap that on my face so that it stays. Off camera, I'm going to add my mascara because you can use any mascara you like and add it on. And then we are done. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. And if you have any questions, please reach out, please comment, follow along. I plan to be here to help you with your makeup and be your makeup artist for a long time. So if you have any questions or anything, and just keep watching. I'm going to be posting more and more tutorials because there's so much to cover and so much that I want to share with you. So stay tuned. So until next time, live, love, learn, and laugh.